3, 2, 1!
Well, good morning, everybody. This is the morning after my Orchid Society meeting. We usually keep the meetings on Saturdays. I'm sitting in my armchair with a good cup of coffee. Kind of sort of resting. A very day-old member of our Orchid Society brought a couple of orchid books, orchid-related books, and Dendrobium Symposium and one Phalaenopsis Symposium. This one is dated back to 2002. Stockholm Orchid Society and Swedish Orchid Society, the East Swedish section, are arranging in conjunction with the Swedish Orchid Society's annual meeting, 2002. So, a couple of guys got together and put this little folder symposium together. So I won this at lottery. As I'm planning on learning a bit more about dendrobiums, I'm not blooming my dendrobiums very well. I don't have so many. Yeah, that's why I don't have so many, perhaps. In other words, this feels very ancient. Yeah, here's the islands in the Pacific Ocean. How many species you can find in each region. Very old IDs, but I bet they're still kind of accurate. Victoria Regina, which seems to, according to these guys, needs a shorter winter rest for about a couple of weeks and a bit cooler as well, beginning of January. So that was new. Coelestis section. It includes the chrysotoxum, one I got, growing very well, really rigorously, but so now it's kind of interesting to see what the oldies says, so to speak. Old knowledge. But some has been reclassified and the names have been changed, so but the Jenkinsii still there, Lindleyi, Aggregatum. So this is Lavesii. I got that one in bloom. Pepersonii. So there's a lot to read. If I only can find the stillness and time to do so. There's always something else. Well, you know how it is. When you got a cell phone. Yeah, really, really nice. Interesting to see this old symposium. The talk was very, very interesting about growing cabinets and various ways on keeping and maintaining them. So guys, now I'm in the kitchen. There's no exception to the rule. Another new orchid from our local vendor. Yeah, she always attends to meetings. If she's not sick or such. Yeah, so, well, she was there. And she had a couple of orchids out for sale, even this time. And my eye caught a little tiny, funny growing, funny looking as well, Cattleya Primer Hybrid Cross, which is in this little garbage bag. So, well, I got it. It's what I had on discount, a little bit on discount, since it had quite a, well, not the best of leaves set, but she's been having that orchid in her greenhouse for more than 1 year now, and it was in bud when she put it out on her monthly list for August 22. So it was in bud, yeah. And now it's in bud as well, and it's, yeah, kind of late November. So, well, this means that this orchid can bloom perhaps many times a year or at different times. So that's really something, guys. And I do need a few more winter bloomers. Here it is. Primer hybrid cross between this Leopoldii, Escura Negro Pintada, perhaps. Yeah, never mind. I'm not sure. And Laelia Millerii. Miller's Laelia. So Laelias sometimes are quite small growing orchids, which needs quite a lot of light. You can see this orchid carries really thick, sturdy leaves. And it should be repotted when active growth again. Sitting in bark, like always. She always sells her orchids this way. And this setup, only in plastic pots, a little bit frosted, and with only bark. But always lovely roots on her orchids, a local vendor. But, well, the main reason I got it wasn't for this leaf, I can tell you that much. She kept it in her greenhouse, I believe, 15 degrees. During winter time, at a maximum, so, yeah, it might have been a bit wet. But what's not distorted is her buds. 1, 2, 3, I think it's going to be about 4 small flowers. So we're going to see some Cattleya blooms. And I will do something, of course I'm going to do something about the foliage. I will start by spraying it with my lovely little neem oil solution, in case there's something bad lurking. Yeah, as she said, it's been in her greenhouse for a bit, so... Oh, a bit, almost, 1 year and 3 months, so... in case it caught some stuff in there. I'm not going to report it now, so... As I said, so, we don't need anything bad. Any pests coming out from this medium. Yeah, so... But it doesn't end there. And this Willie's Cash bag. We got something else, which needs to be inside the bathroom as well, I believe. Since I sprayed all of my plants in my kitchen with neem oil solution, as I told you guys. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Yeah. It is Peonies! Yay, Formosana. The species Peonies. I got it from our former chairman, the Orchid Society. Yeah? He's been a member of the Orchid Society for since the 80s, I believe. Many years. A lot of experience, that guy, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I just put out a question at our Facebook group. If anybody had a couple of Peonies for sale up there. But nobody seemed to have it anymore. I couldn't find it for sale anywhere. As I googled it. It was much easier before. I found the Tongariro, I think, Tongario, whatever, on eBay for very cheap, yeah, for Peonies for you. That's the guy who sold a lot of these guys before and shipped them, bare-rooted, of course. Well, they grow quite nicely, but, well, I have another theory this time on how I'm going to keep them and grow them. Not that I didn't grow them well, but I did 2 major mistakes. So that's why I don't have them anymore. This bunch of Peonies are going to be dealt with, and we're going to take a closer look upon them in a separate video. Yes, we're going to talk a little bit more about Peonies in general, and we're going to report it, and so on and so forth. Yeah, let's talk a little bit now about the speech, the talk at the Orchid Society meeting yesterday. Yeah, the guy was talking a lot about his orchid cabinet growing, cultivation cabinets for different setups for warm growers, cooler growers, intermediate growers, and stuff. And he's yes, very smart, clever solutions for a lot of the setups. So yeah, I got me thinking. Gave me ideas, of course. Yay! New inspiration with new inspiring ideas.
Lite karantän och ja, viloskåp, lite rehabskåp för vissa som behöver kureras och sådär. Så att där är det lite mer orkidéer som flyttar in och ut.
Different kinds of cabinets. I didn't want to promote the IKEA series, but why not, is it? They are the best. Well, yeah, I can agree. This is also IKEA. Sucker stands I got. The thing is, a few weeks ago, I was on my way to IKEA to take a look at the Milsbo. The full glass cabinet. But I thought it was a little bit too expensive, around €300 now, so, well, no, not really. And to bring that whole thingy up 7 stairs without an elevator, which is my circumstance here, so, well, no. I thought it was a splendid idea to drill a little hole into it and add a tube from the humidifier, yes, into the cabinet, and it's kind of solid, sort of solid, so. And he even put heating mats to the bottom part, and he removed two of the shelves, and he added on his Rhynchostylis, yes. For example, this one, this Rhynchostylis Celestis Blue, which never bloomed for me, but seems to be blooming a lot for him. So it really did get me thinking to use this lower shelf, which is kind of sort of emptied, sitting next to the heating elements underneath one of the best LED tubes I've got, the 5000 lumen one, very bright light. So now I decided to move the warmer growers, Rhynchostylis orchids, I've got a few, down to the lowest shelf and not so far from the heating element, and I will arrange this one, the humidifier, on the floor or perhaps on the shelf, depending on how much space there's going to be left, yeah, to provide them with the very, very best amount of humidity at all times. Well, so that's my idea after having watched his speech in pictures and video, yeah. So I want to try to grow them warm and more sunny, more light sources than they're being providing for the time being. Yes? Maybe that will help. Maybe that will do the trick. And I'm gonna move all of my cooler growers into my kitchen. As for example, the Dendrobium chrysotoxum, the Callista family orchid, which for the moment is provided quite good light and very, very little water. Let us see what happens. I can drop the temperature a little bit more for him. Yes? So, rearrange stuff that's on my agenda. Well, I just got a little bit curious. It was a long time ago when I last measured the total parts per million. My tap water had to remove the biochar filtration system. Yeah, I split into two parts and I couldn't assemble them again, so. And it takes a lot of time for really nothing, I think. Alright, let's measure my tap water, which I poured up in a watering can a couple of days ago. Yes? 98. It's not so 97. It's not at all bad. 96. It's going down. Yeah, that's great. So this is what's in my drinking water, my tap water in my kitchen. Yes? Household water. A lot of chloramide. I'm aware of that. So I keep fishes as well, aquarium. I need to use water conditioners for my tanks. Otherwise the fish will die. So it's quite high in chloramide and copper. Yes. This one can be used for soft water, tap water, and rainwater, of course. Hence the name, rain mix. Anyway, let us see. This is 1 gram in there. Let's see where we land, so to speak. Yeah, use a fork, doesn't matter. The water will slowly turn, get a little pinkish tone to it. So let us see. Some people say that around 300 parts per million is adequate. 243. So the recommendations are quite low feed. That's why my semi-hydroponic orchids aren't rejecting it, since they're getting it each and every day. So sitting in the water reservoir. So now at least I know that's not too high and won't burn the roots as it did with my prior fertilizer. My prior fertilizer was designed for organic medium, not inorganic, but this one is designed for both, it seems, so it's a lot better, and I can see the results very good results on the Cattleya in particular, in semi-hydro. Rhynchostylis orchids aren't very high feeders. Suggested to feed them once every 3rd week, so a low amount of constant feed could work for them. Is working out for them quite well. Sitting in, most part of them are sitting in semi-hydro. That's what it contains. So the bare shelf is there. I'm thinking about using the trays for some extra humidity, filling up with some water, or the excess water from the outside containers, the hose. The water which will be poured out when the reservoir is filled naturally. It can remain there. Down in the trays will be easy handling. Heating element. Shall see. Let's bring in the orchids. I bet you all want to know where they are. I'm going to tell you. If you thought I was finished with my neem oil solution spraying procedure, you're wrong. I'm not. So, Rhynchostylis, Rhynchorides, Rhynchorides, and stuff are in there, in my bathtub. So I said I needed to spray all of them, as I believe that I've still got a couple of thrips, unwanted stuff in that area where these guys are going to be. So, Lord knows where the thrips are lurking. We don't know where the headquarters are. Now, these guys have been sprayed a couple of times now, so I think it's enough. Otherwise, I'll notice. We'll notice. Leaves will turn silvery, especially on the undersides. So let's bring him in to the room. So here's how it's gonna be. Don't forget to use the watering can, yay. So easier maintenance. Let's see when it pours out from the hose. Slowly coming down there. So this, the prepared water, of course, needless to say. So my Rhynchorides, this one is Rhynchorides rosea, it's a little guy. Rhynchostylis Celestis blue, Rhynchorides Bangkok sunset. The guy who held the speech, said that he keeps his Rhynchostylis Bangkok sunset in very, very bright light. So this is the brightest light I can ever give him. So this Vanda, Wuttipanara, Manoonya, but it's not a proper Vanda, that much I can see. So maybe a little bit more light could induce flowering, since she's a very good plant. And she's got a very, very decent root system as well. So it's funny that she won't try to bloom. So now they're here. My Rhynchostylis, Rhynchorides, wrinkle-ish. I need to switch off this lead tube. As a matter of fact, immediately. As I said, they're going to be burnt. They aren't yet dry from the showers they gotten and the neem oil solution treatment. So they're going to be burning marks and stuff if not careful. So for the first couple of days I'm gonna manually switch off the lamp. Yes. And when I find appropriate, perhaps switch it on by the increase on hours, day by day. I wouldn't want to get more burning marks on them than they already have. With the heating elements to the back, it will be hot. And water, evaporation, could be a bit better, I'm not sure. I don't really want to use a heat mat here, but maybe in some cases it can be quite beneficial. But well, I need to think about my electricity consumption. This one is 44 watt, very strong one. Let us see how many Lucke it carries. Here was a very, very brightest area up here, around 10 centimeters underneath the LED tube. Yeah, at the maximum you can see 18,000 looks. It's quite alright, I think. So I move this one to the front. Rhynchorides. I just wanted to demonstrate what it's gonna look like when it's finished. And I'm gonna bring down the humidifier to the floor. Well, it's not bad. This humidifier, this brand is Topcon, 150 watts. So it's an energy consumer, really. But it switches itself off when it reaches the picked amount of humidity, as in this case 60. I can choose 80, but I wouldn't want to have black mold in the ceiling. Well, that won't happen again. No. So, well, let's see what it brings. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I post 2 times a week, at least, so, yeah. Hope you want to return, and take care. Wait to talk soon. Bye-bye.